Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a rating your Doomstack video. So we're playing as Malagor the Dark Omen, and we're besieging Altdorf, and they've got two full armies in there, and we've got a hero spam army. Now, I've covered this kind of situation before, so I kind of already know exactly what to expect here. But what he's done is, of course, made all of them with the trait Fear of Nurgle or whatever it's called, which reduces the enemy leadership by 5 on the campaign map. In the local area. So all of these guys here have absolutely no leadership. Now this will be pretty hilarious. It works particularly well with the Beastmen if you've got the Law of Death and the Law of the Wilds at the same time, because this is the thing about it. These guys have leadership of 0, right? But when you go into the campaign, when you go into the battle, they'll be given extra bonuses to leadership from difficulty. You know, they get plus 10 for that. They'll get inside of a fort, so they get like 5 for that. Near general, extra for that. So they'll probably end up with something along the lines of 20 to 30 leadership, which is still pretty low for a greatsword unit, right? This is where the magic comes in handy. You use Overcasted Doom and Darkness to where is it? There it is. To cause 16 leadership debuff, and then you also use, I think, Devolve. Let's see, where is that? Devolve at the same time. And you can pop down another 8 leadership, and then you just get someone with fear nearby it, which is another 8 leadership, and it gets rid of the last of it. So let's jump in here. Oh, we could also do Lightning Strike, which will affect them in addition, because that is applied not on the campaign map, but on the battle map. So that'll get rid of half of the battle difficulty. So this will be I think this will be pretty funny. Now, there are some unbreakable units in here, but we've got Gorbals, which are just gonna rip them to shreds. So I've used this on the campaign map before as the Beastman. It's highly recommended that you do it. It's pretty funny watching this work. The Beastmen can do it as well, but the Lizardmen can do it as well, but the Beastmen actually do it best because they have access to Law of Death and Law of the Wilds, which complements this kind of thing the most, whereas the Beastmen don't have any of that. Okay, so all we gotta do is just rush for the center. Alright, so hang on. If we have a look, their leadership is at, yeah, it's pretty low. And then just straight up Doom and Darkness them. Actually, we'll not worry about the handgunners. We'll soak up a little bit of damage here. We'll go for this lot over here. Let's just break through the front gate first. That way we can rout as many of them as possible. Malagor's especially good for doing this because he has like minus 15 leadership in the local area. You don't even need him to command, you just need him nearby. So these all have really low leadership. I guess there's nothing stopping us. Can't remember which one it is. I'd never use the Beastman anymore. Let's do that. And that. And bye-bye! Doesn't work on flagellants though. Come on, gotta get through. We gotta just escort these guys off the battlefield. They'll shatter pretty quickly as soon as we can get in there. Just ignore these ones. Get in there. Oh, we didn't even have Arcane Conduit for him. It's a very stinky army. Come on, let's go take him out. That's it. They're just... And look, they're routing without us even casting that. The Doom and Darkness and Devolve have already passed. Look at the Reichsguard. Like, I'm so scared. So I'm prepared for... So yeah, if we have a look at it... Let me just... I know it's on Legendary, but we can still pause it. Just looking at some of these things. Just a little bit of a breakdown. So their base leadership is 0, right? So encouraged by a nearby unit, so that's the hero doing that inside of the fort. So this works a lot better on a field battle, defending the victory point, so they're getting some bonus from that. Difficulty modifier. So this works really, really well on normal difficulty where they don't get that bonus. And of course having the lightning strike is applied after all the stink is applied. But you can't get the stink to get them into negative leadership on the campaign map. That's where the stink applies. It doesn't apply in the battle, it applies on the campaign. Just ignore them. Just escort them off the battlefield. The only thing is, it does take a while to do this. But once you've got it, it's practically unstoppable. If you're going to lose a Beastmen campaign, it's always going to be like at the start. Anyway. Because everybody's running. That's it, they're just running. Start getting these Gorbles to take out that steam tank there. Look at this. Look at this. Bye-bye. Full strength hero. Bye-bye! Watch him route, there he goes. Bye-bye. Didn't need to overcast that one. So yeah, casting Doom and Darkness on unbreakable units is pretty silly. We actually have to fight them. Which is where the Doom Balls really come in handy. Sorry, Doom Balls, Gore Balls. Why isn't that guy... There we go. Already shattered. Because the thing is, once they break 3 times, they shatter. And because they have such a low base leadership, their breaking and rallying happens very quickly. Let's make him go away. You don't even have to kill your opponents with this. And the good thing is, once you've got a couple units routing, it causes a rout with the other ones as well, because they get scared, because their allies are scared. Okay, one steam tank gone, and the other one is over here. Okay, let's go this way. Come back out this way. Take out the unbreakable units first. How dare you decide to come back? Go away. So primarily we use Doom and Darkness. But if you really need that extra kick, that's where Devolve comes in. No, keep them all together. It's also very strong in auto-resolve, even if it says like the battle's evenly matched. What'll end up happening as well, when you auto-resolve it, because the auto-resolver does actually take leadership into account to some degree, you'll win in auto-resolve and not actually end up killing the enemy. So it's definitely better in manual resolve though. It does take it into consideration. Look at that, full strength unit, shattered. Alright, make a whole bunch of them in the middle there, go away, because we don't want to get shot. And maybe over here too. It's got a really big area of effect. So there's a number of other races that you can do similar types of armies. It's not just limited to the Beastmen. The Vampire Counts can do it, and they've also got Death Magic, so it can be quite effective with them, with Dread Incarnate ability. The Norscans can kind of do it. It's a little bit more difficult for them, just because of the limitation of heroes. And they don't have it quite as good. But they can do it. And the Lizardmen can do it. And the Lizardmen stack is technically the strongest, because even if you go up against a fully unbreakable army, the Beastmen heroes are so goddamn strong that they can beat them. There's very few unbreakable units in the game that can take on a Lizardman hero that's on one of their mounts. Like a Stegodon or Carnosaur. Let's make them go, please. Right, this guy here's taking a little bit too much damage. Let's pull him out. Alright, there's the army losses. Now we just got to get rid of the tanks. Now, if anyone's thinking, what's the counter to this? Well, obviously it's unbreakable units, but you don't have to worry. The enemy are never going to do this to you. They'll occasionally recruit some. 1 or 2 Fear of Nurgle Stink heroes, but they'll never spam them. So you don't need to worry about making a counter for this, unless you're playing head-to-head, in which case, I don't know, you just play it by ear. Don't let the player who's going to do this to you. Like, you'd have to take like 100 turns to do this. You need a lot of hordes. I don't see how that was close, but okay. But yeah, it's pretty funny seeing full strength units just shatter. So how would I rate this Doomstack? Now the funny thing is that I did rate this army in my top 5 Doomstack video a long time ago, and it was actually the top of the list. But the thing is, I would now put it down at number like 3, just because I've seen stronger armies now. Even though this is, yeah, virtually unbeatable, there is armies that are a little bit more unbeatable. Specifically the Lizardmen, what's it called, Pompous Spam. While it doesn't have quite the effect of the leadership, just because their units are just so goddamn strong, they can easily one-on-one kill any of their heroes. Well, except for maybe a Gorbel. I mean, Gorbels are pretty strong. They'd probably give a Stegon a run for its money. But yeah, apart from that, the campaign looks like it's going badly because you have to destroy the Empire in order to win. So, yeah, getting like 7 of these sort of armies together could be quite difficult. But anyway, that's the okay. So rating this Doomstack, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Very inconvenient army to recruit. I've recruited a couple of times in Beastmen campaigns. Very inconvenient. Do you know what I reckon though? I reckon when the Beastmen get their update, that trait. So looking at it, Nurgle's Foul Stink. -5 leadership local region. These guys don't even need to participate in the battle as well. I reckon they're going to remove that trait, because if the previous update is anything to go by, they're going to take away all the fun things from the Beastmen, just give them a couple of new units, essentially making them weaker. But who knows? Maybe they will keep it, because a bunch of other races do have the -5 leadership in the local region, and that's really the Beastmen's only true strength in their campaign, if you want to make use of it. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Maybe give you some reason to actually play a Beastmen campaign. They're one of the least played campaigns, I believe, in the game, which is totally understandable because they're shit. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Appreciate you.